and he's still on the turf, and he's not moving.
Welcome back to Jacob Talks NFL, where we uncover the stories that shake you to your core. Today, we're counting down the 20 scariest moments in NFL history. These are the plays and incidents that made our hearts stop when football became deadly serious. From terrifying injuries and life-threatening hits to moments of complete silence in stadiums packed with tens of thousands, these are the moments that made us realize how dangerous this game truly is. 20. Joe Themans Leg Injury, 1985. On a chilly Monday night in November 1985, the world watched in horror as Giants linebacker Lawrence Taylor delivered a blindside sack on Washington quarterback Joe Theismann. The collision resulted in a compound fracture, a bone-snapping injury so gruesome that even Taylor, known for his ferocity, immediately signaled for help. The image of Theismann's leg bending at a right angle was broadcast live and became one of the most iconic and disturbing injuries in sports history. 19. Ryan Shaziers' spinal injury, 2017. In a game against the Bengals, Steelers linebacker Ryan Shazier went in for a routine tackle, but immediately grabbed his lower back and lay motionless. It was quickly evident something was terribly wrong. Shazier had suffered a spinal contusion and lost feeling in his legs. Paramedics rushed him off the field, and for days the NFL world feared he might never walk again. Through relentless rehab, Shazier eventually stood, walked, and even danced again, but the moment he fell will forever haunt fans. 18. Dennis Byrd Paralysis, 1992. Jets defensive lineman Dennis Byrd charged toward the quarterback, but collided helmet first with a teammate instead. He dropped to the turf, paralyzed from the neck down. Doctors feared he would never regain mobility. Incredibly, after a year of grueling rehabilitation, Byrd walked again and became a motivational speaker. Still, that collision served as a brutal wake-up call about the dangers of violent head-on impacts. 17. Demar Hamlin's cardiac arrest, 2023. On national television, Bills safety. Damar Hamlin collapsed seconds after a seemingly normal tackle against the Bengals. Medical staff sprinted onto the field, CPR was administered, and AED was used. The game was suspended. Players formed prayer circles, some in tears. For the first time in modern history, an NFL game came to a full stop, not due to weather or protest, but because a player's life was truly hanging in the balance. Hamlin survived, but the image of him collapsing is etched in NFL memory forever. 16. Daryl Stingleys' Paralysis, 1978. In a preseason game, Patriots wide receiver Daryl Stingley was going over the middle when he was met with a crushing hit from Raider safety Jack Tatum. The impact left Stingley paralyzed from the neck down. He would spend the rest of his life in a wheelchair. The hit wasn't penalized. A chilling reminder of how far the game has come in terms of player safety. 15. Reggie Brown collapses, 1997. During a game against the Jets, Lions linebacker Reggie Brown tackled an opponent, stood briefly, then collapsed. He wasn't breathing. CPR was performed for several minutes as players from both teams knelt, shocked. Brown survived, but the injury ended his career. The broadcast cut to commercial. The networks unsure how to handle what looked like a life or death moment. 14. Kevin Everett's spinal injury, 2007. On opening day, Bills tight end Kevin Everett collided with a return man on kickoff coverage. He collapsed and couldn't move. Doctors determined he suffered a catastrophic spinal injury. Many feared paralysis, but after emergency surgery, Everett regained the ability to walk. The entire league held its breath in that moment, proof that even special teams carries horrifying risks. 13. Mike Utleys' thumbs up, 1991. During a regular season game, Lions lineman Mike Utley went down awkwardly and lay still. As he was carted off, he raised one thumb in the air, a brave gesture that became an enduring symbol of courage. He was later diagnosed with a spinal cord injury that left him paralyzed. The thumbs up became a tribute to strength under unimaginable pressure. 12. Tua Tagovailoa's concussion response, 2022. In a Thursday night game, Dolphins QB Tua Tagovailoa was slammed to the turf. What followed was horrifying. His fingers locked into an unnatural position, known as a fencing response, a visible sign of serious brain trauma. Millions watched in shock. The NFL faced intense scrutiny over how it handled Tua's previous head injury just days before. His scary response became a turning point in the concussion conversation. 11. Chuck Hughes' death on the field, 1971. Lions wide receiver Chuck Hughes is the only NFL player to die during a game. Late in the fourth quarter, Hughes suddenly collapsed, clutching his chest. Trainers rushed over, but it was too late. He had suffered a heart attack caused by undiagnosed arterial disease. The players, coaches, and fans watched helplessly as medics tried everything. It was a tragic and sobering reminder that even young elite athletes are vulnerable. 10. Bo Jackson's hip injury, 1991. Bo Jackson, one of the greatest dual sport athletes ever, broke free on a run and was tackled from behind. It looked routine, but Bo didn't get up. He had dislocated his hip, causing vascular damage that ended his football career. Later, it was discovered his body had absorbed such massive trauma that it cut off blood supply to the bone. Just like that, a legend's career ended in silence. 9. Junior Seau's death and CTE discovery. 2012, Junior Seau was the face of toughness in the NFL, but in 2012 he died by suicide. His brain was donated for study and the results were damning. Severe CTE, the condition linked to repeated head trauma, forced the league to confront long-ignored truths. His death brought real, lasting changes to how the NFL approaches concussions. 8. Alex Smith's compound fracture, 2018. In a freakish play, Alex Smith's leg twisted violently under him. The break was so severe that bone pierced skin. Worse, infection set in, nearly costing him his leg. Doctors considered amputation. He underwent 17 surgeries. What started as a sack became a fight for his life. His eventual return was legendary, but the injury footage remains deeply unsettling. 7. Nick Buoniconti's CTE decline, post-retirement. Once a Hall of Fame linebacker and Super Bowl champion, Buoniconti's post-football life became tragic. He struggled to speak, move, or remember his playing days. His family publicly revealed his decline as part of a campaign to raise awareness for CTE. Watching such a vibrant athlete deteriorate in front of cameras brought the cost of football into painful clarity. 6. Teddy Bridgewater's non-contact injury, 2016. During a routine practice drill, Vikings quarterback Teddy Bridgewater planted his foot and immediately collapsed. His knee had dislocated, tearing multiple ligaments. Teammates screamed. Coaches prayed. Doctors said the injury was so severe that he could have lost his leg. It wasn't in a game. It wasn't from contact. It was a terrifying freak accident. 5. Trent Green's ACL tear, 1999. In a preseason game, Rams QB Trent Green suffered a season-ending knee injury on a low hit. It was a gut punch for the team, but from the shadows came backup Kurt Warner, and the greatest show on turf was born. Green's injury was scary in the moment and career-altering, serving as a reminder that in the NFL, everything can change in a blink. 4. Earl Campbell's post-career pain. Earl Campbell was a powerhouse, feared by defenders league-wide, but in retirement, the damage caught up. Campbell struggled to walk and battled addiction to painkillers. The same legs that carried defenders are now supported by a walker. Seeing him struggle years later is both sad and telling. Toughness on the field has consequences. 3. J.J. Watt's heart scare, 2022. Just days before a game, J.J. Watt revealed he went into atrial fibrillation, a rapid, irregular heartbeat. He had to be shocked back into rhythm, and then, like only Watt would, he suited up and played anyway. Fans were stunned. It was a chilling reminder that even the strongest bodies aren't invincible. 2. Helmet-to-helmet hits, pre-CTE era. Before the NFL cracked down on targeting, hits to the head were seen as highlight material. Players like Wes Welker and Austin Collie suffered multiple concussions in terrifying fashion, left motionless on the turf. The league glorified violence, and we're only now seeing the cost. Those hits weren't just scary, they were reckless. 1. Demar Hamlin's collapse, again. This moment bears repeating because nothing else compares. A young, healthy athlete went from standing to lifeless in seconds. We saw players pray, cry, and huddle in fear. The league stopped, the fans were silent, and the world watched as doctors fought to save a life. Damar Hamlin's story has a miracle ending, but that night reminded us that every play carries real danger. Football is beautiful, but brutal. These 20 moments prove how quickly everything can change. If this list gave you chills, let us know which moment hit hardest in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more deep dives into the NFL's most unforgettable stories. This is Jacob Talks NFL. See you in the next one.